Aloha, everyone. Sorry about that little delay there. Had a little technical difficulties here. All right, let's restart that comment thread. Do a few shout outs. How are you, Kathy and Maureen and Sandy, Margaret, Shirley? Always good to see you. Christian and Linda and Angela and Jill. Were you guys? Did you guys hear the audio on the little video clips that played? Hello, Dorothy and Diane, Ross, Nancy, Linda. Good to see you. Hello, Lance. Lance, did you all hear the audio on the little video clips that played? Oh, for some reason, it's just not. I'm just not hearing it on my side. I did a restart and everything, but that's cool. That's fine. That's fine. We'll be good. All right. So, how are you all doing on your pre 4th of July? I know a lot of you probably outside the U.S. aren't even celebrating, but we are here in the U.S. This is the 4th of July Eve, and on Hawaii, 4th of July is quite an amazing celebratory event. If any of you have been here on Oahu or any of the Hawaiian Islands on 4th of July, it's quite remarkable. Have any of you been here before? Yeah, it's running the. Yeah, it was acoustic music. Was it too loud? Sorry about that. Yeah, I there it is. It should be off now. Okay, all right. So yeah, Honolulu is spectacular. I thought about doing a live stream from one of the lookouts, Wa'ahila, or uh, maybe one of the lookouts over on the other side of the island. Uh, but Waianae is where they actually have a lot of the consumer illegal fireworks, I guess you would call it. But yeah, that's it's pretty wacky over there. Happy Fourth, yeah, Happy Fourth, Lance. Thank you very much. I know you don't celebrate it over there, but still, it's quite an event. Okay, there seems to be something going on with my headphones, and it's the audio is yeah, the audio is playing. The settings are right. Yeah, everything seems to be right, and you're able to hear me okay, right? Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is. Okay, well, in any case, we're going to go through a couple of questions. Let me know if any of you would like to come on, join the panel. I don't have any preset uh, agenda for today. The main focus is going to be the giveaways we have today, because that's going to take a few minutes to get that going. But if there are any topics you want to bring up, if you have been to Hawaii or haven't ever been to Hawaii, you have some questions, this panel is a great outlet for you to get some of those questions answered. Or if you have been here, if you miss Hawaii, you have any stories you want to share about visiting Hawaii and why Hawaii is special to you, by all means, let me know. I'll put the let me just do that. I'm going to put the link right now in the comments. Okay, here it comes. And that is the link right there. You'll just want to click on it. It will take you into a green room where I'm able to see backstage whether it's really you, and uh, we can test your mics and everything. Then I'll be able to bring you on. But please, if you do come on, make sure you have headphones on. Make sure the headphones are charged, and make sure you have your YouTube and your Facebook muted in the background. If you're on either one or both, just make sure those are muted. That way, everything will come across perfectly. And for some reason, I'm still not hearing myself. It's just so. Hopefully, when you guys come on, I mean, and I did everything correct. I'm just not. You're hearing me, and I'm seeing the levels, but for some reason, there's an audio issue. Hmm. And it's a 10 out of 10 on both YouTube and Facebook, so that's great. All right, well, that's fine for me. Just let me know if you want to come on. Just mention it in the comments or just click the link. We'll try and if there's a number of people that want to come on, then we'll keep the interviews a little bit short. Or if you just want to come on and say hello and introduce yourself, we can do that as well. Well, don't go away, Gerard. Don't go away. All right. So would you guys like to just get right to the giveaways, or would you like to wait a few more minutes, let some more people come on? We have about 50 that are on right now. One of the things, whether we do the giveaways right now or we wait until at the end of the stream, I do want to mention that although it may not seem fair to everyone, because we received a couple of comments that it's not fair that we require that the people are on the stream. Well, Terry was also told that certain things we shouldn't be doing should be doing with the giveaways, that we shouldn't let certain people win or what have you, or if they've won something else in the past, we should give it to only people who haven't won anything. Guys, here's the thing, and I don't want to sound militant or heavy-handed. These are our giveaways that we want to give to you. If I wanted to give all of them to one person, I will do that. Obviously, I don't. But please don't think that we're being unfair, that just because there's some people, and there are going to be some people that have won in the last 2 weeks that have won on this stream too. So that's why I'm bringing that up. They say that I'm playing favorites. I play no favorites. I have nothing at all to do with these lists. But I will tell you this. There are 3 people who do a fantastic job commenting on YouTube. And the fact that they come up on the winners list every week, that's why. When you have 1 or 2 or 3 people that comment by like 5 or 6 times more than anyone else, it's just because they invest more time. That's what we want them to do. They're the people that get the rewards. They're much more likely to be chosen. If you've entered maybe 2 or 3 times and someone else has entered 50 times, their chances are better than yours. And I don't want to sound mean about it, but people are sending me and Terry rules of other giveaways that if someone's won in the last year, they can't win again. If they haven't won, or if they won in the last 30 days, they can't win again. This is a different type of a giveaway. And that's why I wanted to put these Amazon gift cards on, because I wanted to let everybody have an interest in winning. Because if you're not coming to Hawaii, I still want you to be able to, win some money if you like to. So the reason I bring that up is because 2 things that we're doing on this stream and on these giveaways, I mentioned this the other day, that we're doing a little bit different. And that is that you have to be on this stream. And that is just because if you're not on the stream, that's a whole purpose of doing these giveaways. We want more engagement. And then it just takes the wind out of the sails if we say Jane Smith won and she's not on the stream, we don't give it to someone else and everybody else is let down. So we're going to announce one person's name. They're going to have 1 full minute approximately. I'm just going to time it as best I can to come on the stream. And if they don't, then it goes to the next person. One other thing that's going to be a little bit different on this is that we're going to be giving away first the Stephanie's hammerhead print. Okay, we have 4 people in case there's not one of those people leave the stream. We have 4 people that we're going to go to. The first person, they wait a minute. Second person, wait a minute. Third person, if they're not, and then we go on from there. The next set of giveaways are a little bit more tricky because there's 6 of them. There's 2 $50 gift cards, so please pay attention to this because I'll probably repeat it, but I'd rather not. There's 2 Amazon gift cards at $50 each. Anyone could win those. There's 2 catamaran passes. Anyone can win those. There's 2 4-day Waikiki trolley passes, and anyone can win those, unless You are not coming to Hawaii in 2024, and unless you have won that exact same gift in or that exact same pass in the last 30 days. So, for example, if winner number one when the winner number one is going to get their choice of whatever they want. They get a card, they can get a pass, they can get whatever they want. Number two is going to get whatever they want, and then that's going to leave four gifts or four prizes that are remaining. The next four, we're going to go right down that list. If you and you get your choice all the way down. If you if you've won a pass, I prefer you not take the pass and take the catamaran. And if you don't want to take the catamaran, we'll go on to the next winner. Okay. And I know that's a little bit clunky. That's a little bit kitschy maybe, but that's really the best way that, we can do it. Nancy, you're saying that you lost me? You're back? You said you're back. So hopefully, hopefully you guys are able to hear me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you can't hear me, just type in the comments. I'm just not getting the right feedback for some reason. I'm just not. Let me see if this does anything for it. No, it doesn't. Give me one more second. I'm gonna check one more thing. All right, that's good. It may just be an issue if someone comes on, but if you can hear me, the quality of the visual there is great. Then let's just get to it. Okay. All right. So let's do let's just get to it. Let's just get to the giveaways because I think that's really what you guys are on for. And then afterwards, we can wrap and do whatever you like. All right. So let's go. All right. So if you remember on Sunday before last, we went to the farmer's market and I introduced you to Stephanie, really beautiful artist, does really, really great work. The person who won on that particular day was Mara, and I'm not even going to try and attempt her last name, but well, it's Borghese or Borghese. She won the sea turtle. And now we're going to be giving away the hammerhead shark. And then also being sent out with that same batch are the stickers that we bought for Janet's Nugget. And I think she's going to love those stickers. If she doesn't, I'll keep them. I'll put them on my mirror or something. Okay, so we're giving away right now is the hammerhead. And what I'm going to do is I'm getting in discussions with Stephanie about we're either going to do 3 sets of 3. Actually, I think we've already decided. You guys want to do 1 print per person. And so I'm going to buy like 10 of those and I'll have her hand sign them. And we'll just give those out over the duration of maybe July and August or something like that. Okay, so for the hammerhead, you guys did fantastic. We had like 150 entries. You guys did a really, really good job with that. And a number of you bought some of Stephanie's gear. And as I understand, one of you actually have received your prints from her and you've actually posted it. I have not seen it yet, but Terry messaged me about that. So fantastic. I'm really happy to see you guys support. So I don't think this person has ever won anything. And it's a unique, thing because it's a man. I hope he stayed on here. Gerard Marks. Is Gerard on here? For some reason, I flipped off the comments for a second here because I'm going to work on something. Is Gerard in here? Let's give him 1 full minute. Let me check oh, wow, he's right there. I just turned on my comments and right there, right from the very beginning, right from the very top, there you are. Gerard, finally. You finally won something, amigo. And it's a beautiful hammerhead shark. You recall what that print looks like, man? It's beautiful. And it is signed, by the way. She does sign these, but I want her to sign them like, something cool, going to Hawaii members, or maybe I can get your names and we can send her your names so she could send it directly to you. But in this case, Gerard, you're going to get I think it's 8.5 by 11 print. It's beautiful, beautiful hammerhead. So, yeah, Gerard. So if you would, and everybody, if you would just take note of this, please, when you send Terry a direct message, just put your first name, last name, email, zip code, and your phone number, just so we have all the winners. We don't really need your phone number, Gerard, but if you don't mind putting it, it'll help if we add it to sending the package. Just send us the address where you'd want it sent to, and we'll get all those out this week. Mara, you're getting yours this week. Janet, you'll get yours sent out this week, and Gerard, you'll get yours sent out this week as well. All right. So let's give a hand for Gerard, and also Gerard, if you wouldn't mind, dude, if you would, when you get it, if you would send us a photo of it, that would be great. I really do appreciate that. That'd be nice. And I know Janet's going to send us a photo of her beautiful granddaughter with those stickers. So I do appreciate that. So if you win, first name, last name, email, phone number, and for the rest of them, the dates that you're going to be arriving. Obviously, for the Amazon gift cards, you don't need to do that. Okay. So we did not determine the order of these next winners. So the next winners are going to be the 2 Amazon gift cards, 2 catamarans, and 2 Waikiki trolley passes. They were in no certain order, but Terry went through and she did. We pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 names. So hopefully we're not going to need to get through those 15 names. Very first one. I love this. Janet. Janet McCullough. Is Janet here? Actually, I haven't even seen Janet on here. Did we see Janet on here? Oh, man, don't tell me she's not on here. Oh, you know what? I have the comments reversed. That's what it is. I'm seeing latest or oldest to new. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. All right, apologize about that. Now I'm here. Janet, amiga, you get your choice. Do you want $50? Do you want a catamaran? I think you've won a catamaran, and I'm sure you have a trolley. I'm not sure. Which one of those would you like? Let me know. I am the worst at taking notes on this too. So Janet, what would you like? Amazon gift card. And sadly, we have to go through this administrative type of thing. So she has to tell me what she wants, and I need Amazon gift card. Smart lady, take the $50. There you go. So Janet got her choice of the prizes. So let's go on to the next one. So the next person gets Amazon gift card, catamaran, 4-day. Deb Burgusia or Bursiga, Burciaga. I believe that's how you're saying it. Debbie Bursiga. And I think it's just Deb, D-E-B, Bursiga. Let's give her a minute. And I know there's going to be some people, the first 2 have gone really, hey, there you are. Wow, perfect. So the first couple are going to go pretty good, but I think it's going to get a little bit messy when we get down the list here because people can't come. They want a gift card instead, but that's how that is. You'll just have to get in the next giveaway. But I can tell you in July, we're going to pour some gas on some of these giveaways. We've got some really good things coming up. Okay, so Deb or Debbie or Deborah. Deb, let's go with that. Deb, what would you like? You have your choice of a $50 Amazon gift card, a catamaran sail, or the 4-day trolley pass. Which would you like? Janet, you made it so simple. Give me cash. Perfect. Done. I can see several people that are winners on the list so far that their names were pulled. So this is going to go really well. I see several people right now whose names are already on the call out list and they're in the chat so far. And that's why what you're seeing is they're just doing like there's just a little delay. Deb, so you coming the 22nd of July? Okay, very good. So Deb wants the 4-day trolley pass. All right, very good. So now we have one $50 Amazon gift card, 1 Waikiki trolley pass, and 2 catamaran sails. All right, the next. I'm glad to see some men winning on here. Elsie Martin III. Elsie Martin III. And I don't think I've ever seen Elsie win anything. It's a little sad when you say that because there's so many people that seem like they win often, I know Annette Moody is a cheated to win on all her. And she didn't. I'm just teasing. She just was on a run. She was just on a wild run. But I've not seen LC. LC's been on the streams, but I've not seen him win anything. LC, amigo, how are you? So what would you like, LC? Would you like a $50 Amazon gift card, the 4-day Waikiki trolley pass, or the uh, catamaran? Yeah, I see LC's on here. He's a OG. He's in here all the time. Just don't see him participating really or winning really. Yeah. Way to go. Two for the men today. That's Gerard won and LC Martin won. Amazon card. Short, sweet, and tough to beat. Okay. Well, you guys are making my life easy. Okay, I am happy to see this lady win, but I wish that she would have gone earlier because I don't think she's going to be able to come. I think that's a bad sign, but she's next on the line. Nancy Edwards. Is Nancy on here? I was actually hoping she would get up higher and we could get her a gift card instead of because I think she's not able to travel, but I wanted to leave her. Yeah, that's a bummer. Is that the case, Nancy? I want to make sure because that's I'm pretty sure I remember that. Yeah. Uh so Nancy, you're not coming, are you? You're not coming this year. I'm sorry. That's the nature of this style of giveaway. I just wish there was something else, something else we could do. Yeah, Nancy, we'll do something. Let me. I'm gonna make a note here. I'll do something for you, Nancy, because I saw that. I saw that. I was actually hoping, and LC, don't think anything of it. I was actually hoping LC would take one of the passes because I knew Nancy would take the. So I'm going to make a note. Hold, just give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to make a note here. Um, and this is where I get to pull the the final word call. I can do this. I know I'm going against the rules, but that's too bad. So Nancy, I'll get something figured out for you, and I'll have Terry reach out to you and get this taken care of. Okay. All right. So the next person is Lori Schweitzer, and I believe Lori won last week, didn't she? Lori Schweitzer. Yeah, I think, or maybe Lori was on the list and she wasn't on the stream. Maybe that was it. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen Lori on here this morning. There she is. Oh my goodness! You guys try her name out. Okay, so Lori, you get your choice. Would you rather have uh, a trolley pass, 4-day trolley pass, or one of the two catamaran sails? Yeah, I think she was on last week. I'm just looking at my notes from last week. Yeah, there's a delay. Sometimes from YouTube to Facebook, there's a delay between 8 to 15 seconds, but sometimes it looks longer than that to me. You won twice. You're not coming. So, uh, hmm. So you're not coming to Oahu, Lori. So you have your choice. I'm not sure how, if I'm reading that right. Uh, about 3 second delay. Okay. Oh, you're not coming. Doggone it. Okay, well, all right. Let me just okay. That's really the bummer of these types of giveaways, but there's nothing really more we can do. All right, here's the next one. Sandy Dominguez. Sandy. I don't remember seeing Sandy on, but she's on every stream. Sandy, I know you're coming sometime this year, but if you want a catamaran or a Waikiki trolley pass, there you are. All right, yeah, I guess I did. I guess I was making notes on. Maybe I made notes on this other side here. Okay, yeah, I did. All right, so Sandy, please tell me you want either a Waikiki trolley pass or a catamaran. Hang on, I'm just making a note here. Take a trolley. Good. Okay. That 4 day trolley pass is a good prize too. Okay, so now we have two catamaran passes. Next on the list is Diane Kai, Ki Diane. She was just on here. I saw her name come up. I know it's always a free trip. So you have two catamaran passes, Sandy? Oh yeah, that's right. One for you and one for me. That's right. Hey Diane, perfect. Glad you're here. Are you coming to Oahu this year? Now it almost now I'll mention this before we leave. Maybe I need to do something else here with these. I don't want to just go straight down the line and give cards as the alternate. I don't want to have alternates. I'm going to do something for Nancy, but that just uh, there you go. There you go, Diane. So Diane, you win a catamaran. Just making that note. And for some reason, I have a sneaky suspicion that this next one is just going to be a bit of a bit of a pain. So if you win either the trolley pass, um, Sandy, even though Terry does know you and all that, we've sent passes to you already. Just act like it's a brand new message. Give your first name, last name, phone number, dates, the whole 9 yards. If you'll do that all in one message, that'd be great. Okay. All right. The next one, and I saw him on here, but I haven't seen him again. Hopefully, he didn't leave. And I can't believe we have three gentlemen who won. Ross Lazo. Russ. Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to say it like that. Did he? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. That's a good idea, Diane. Did Ross? There you are. Ross. I don't know why I wrote Lazo. Oh, that's how she has it here. Lazzo. That's not it at all. But I know it's you because she has your screenshot of your thumbnail. So Ross, amigo, you have the catamaran pass. How's that? And I believe you're coming in September or October. Is that right? Yeah, that's good. That's good to see you guys always congratulating other people that they win. Um, I know these aren't big prizes, but it keeps things interesting. I had a very long talk with Terry about how we're going to manage some of the giveaways going forward, and we went through some of the comments from people who are complaining about the giveaways and things like that. And I think we've come up with some uh, maybe a few tweaks. Frankly, I don't want to do anything different. I want to keep doing them the way they are. I mean, if one of the members has a great idea that wants to share it, by all means, I'm happy to consider it. But I actually like the way that it's going right now. It's just unfortunate for some people who win but are not able to come, but they know the chances when they enter the contest. You know, the giveaways. So in so congratulations to everyone. For July, we're going to be doing two Circle Island tours, two Pearl Harbor, and we'll be doing a number of trolley pass giveaways, catamaran pass giveaways, and I'm hopeful within the next week. We were supposed to be able to announce it this week, but now because of the gentleman had an issue with a family member, um, we're not going to be able to announce the car rental partnership, but that's coming up, and it's going to be pretty good. I think you guys will like it, but it's going to be a partnership with a local car rental company, and then the other that's it just seems probably too lofty at this point. But on our YouTube channel, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're still at 748. We're just stuck there. But once we get to 1,000, we're going to start doing the Hawaiian Airlines giveaways. They have an interest in YouTube, even though the Facebook page has so many more members. We have over 200,000 on the main page and on the group page. So, but we'll do something for the Facebook people as well with Hawaiian Airlines. Um, Shirley, do you want to know the God's honest truth? Do you know who is right behind Ross? You were. You were right behind Ross. I wasn't even going to say that, but since you made that comment, I wanted to let you know that you were one away. And the next was Michelle Boyle, and the next was Sandra Thomas. I probably shouldn't even say that, but I just want to let you guys know that that's how close it was. And she actually pulled 15 or 16 names because we were anticipating there being an issue with um, an issue with the people being on the stream, but apparently you guys stuck around. I really do appreciate it. So if you're liking the stream on Facebook or YouTube, please like it, share it. I would appreciate it. Really, you have to subscribe each time? Hmm. Yeah, you were. It was Ross, Shirley, Michelle, Sandra. But that's a good sign, Shirley. That means you may be the going to Hawaii karma's on your side. Yep. I know. I figured it would be either disheartening or soul shattering, or you would like it. So, um, but yeah, I do appreciate it. So thank you guys a lot for supporting Stephanie and giving her all the likes and the call outs and the tags. I really do appreciate that. I know she does too. But what that does, just so you know, it's not just us supporting one single artist and saying, okay, we did a giveaway of a couple, very nice prints and a gift of some stickers, and that was it. What this does is this lays out the pathway and the direction for us to get other artists to take us a little more seriously, which I have no idea, frankly, why it takes so long. Many of you have actually seen the timeline and the pathway it took for me to get the gentleman, the wood carver. He still is not on the page. He still has not done uh, a post the way I've asked him to. And I've actually told him I will buy one of your larger pieces, and we'll do a giveaway with it. But there are so many people that, I mean, you can only say so much about how they're just not into social media. If they're not willing to at least do that, we're moving on. Trust me, there are dozens of other wood carvers. I love that guy's story. I love that he brings his families to his events, but we're not going to compromise what we want to accomplish because of them. Stephanie has done a great job, but she too was the same way. She took months. I mean, it was probably 3, 4 months that I was talking with her, and she'd say, "Yeah, I want to go on there." So then I just said, "You know what? I'm going to buy a couple prints, and I'll show her myself." But what that will do is, because Stephanie is part of that artist circle, and I actually know a couple of artists on Maui. They're on that circle as well. We're going to start doing these giveaways and start creating a little bit more of a robust community with artists and some of these vendors at some of these, these festivals that we see, because I really, really want to get them. One, I want to get them the business. Number two, I want to reward you members for helping out, because you are the power. Each of you are the individual power. For you to be able to give one of these artists a tag when they have, quite frankly, there's a couple of artists I know in Maui. They have 500 people, 500 people on their Facebook page or their social media, and they're beautiful artists. They do fantastic work. So if we're able to give them 100, 200 likes and suggestions, and then some of you may buy some of their material, I will definitely buy some and give it to you. It builds up a community. It builds up a momentum that they can't get otherwise. And then that obviously then dovetails into what we're going to be doing on the website for Going to Hawaii once it goes live. So I just want to make sure that we're doing the right thing, and I don't want to go out and do. I'm going to actually go out to that same. Well, I shouldn't say that. I probably won't. I was going to say I'm probably going to go out to that same farmers market and talk to that lady with the jewelry. Remember, we saw that lady with the jewelry. But I've actually been contacted by 3 different people that were at that Haleiwa Art Festival, and they saw the stream. They saw who we were. They've actually sent Terry a message. And one lady happens to be, do you remember the lady that had the silver jewelry? And then the other lady had the seashells, where she actually went and sourced the seashells herself. Those 2 ladies, I would like to help them out. So it's nothing to buy a set of earrings or a necklace or something like that. It's just the challenge with that is that none of the men are going to want to win. Well, maybe they will. They will give it to their wife. And jewelry is such a very, very personalized item. So I think the jewelry, I want to maybe try it once or twice, but that's really going to be it. Because, and maybe if you like it, but you don't want it for yourself, maybe you can give it to somebody else. That's still accomplishing the goal. It's still getting an artist and a jewelry maker's name out there. It's still getting them the likes. It's getting us the momentum that we like. So that's why I've kind of shied away from those jewelry makers, but I think that's something that we'll just give it a shot. And then if the men like it, they'll give it to their wife. If not, we can give them the option of a gift card, something like that. Lord, it's okay. Oh, that's great. So Nancy, that was from Stephanie. That's great. That's very good. Yes, and we're sharing that is what we're trying to do, and plus we're going to build that virtual art festival or uh, virtual festival. I'm not sure what we call it, but it's a virtual something, and we're going to separate it by island, by art style, by painting style, art pieces, things of that nature. So. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I would think that's what I was talking with Terry about. I think that even if the men won something like the jewelry, they have many people to give it to, and even if one of the ladies won jewelry or earrings, I think they would have somebody that they could give these pieces to, because they're nice. I mean, the earrings were like $90, $100. I think the necklace was like 125. So it's not virtual, not vertical, virtual. And I think swap meet is too cheap because swap meet is like a reseller. So maybe virtual. I don't want to call it a virtual mall, virtual art, virtual gallery. We can call it that, a virtual art gallery. Yeah, yeah. The surfboards. I think the surfboards were nice, but those were like $850. Some were 1,200. Some were 850. Yeah, on YouTube. Let me check. I'm gonna check something here real quick. Bear with me 1 second, please, if you would. Yeah, I don't want to tempt fate there. Okay, does would anybody like to come on, and I'll put the link on there. If you want to come on, feel free to. If not, that's cool too. Yeah, actually made in Hawaii, and actually made made by local people, by local artists. And if you do come on, make sure your headphones are turned are charged up. They're connected. You're not on Facebook and YouTube, and make sure that you're not on your phone, but you're on your desktop or laptop, just so we have enough horsepower behind it. Yeah, I like the art market. That's nice. That's good. And some of these artists are just very very good. They're just horrible at marketing. I guess if they were really good at marketing, they wouldn't be artists. And um, yeah, so that's right. When you're on YouTube and you just go directly to YouTube and you're signed in through your Google account, which you have to be subscribed on YouTube, it should leave you signed in and subscribed. So this shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, I like that, Michelle. That's good too. Made in Hawaii art market. I want to put something in there about it being virtual. Virtual art market, um, because that's really what it will be. It'll be art. It'll be paintings. Everything painting, everything that you saw at Haleiwa Art Festival would be included. Um, but we also want to have things like boxes of aloha. We want the Hawaii Honey Company to be able to sell uh, Maui Gold pineapple. So we want it to be, and maybe we keep those two separate. Maybe we have a virtual art gallery or a virtual art market. I like that virtual art market, and then virtual marketplace. Actually, you know what? That's actually a better idea. Call it the something marketplace. Whether we put Hawaii, I think we should put Hawaii in there, like virtual Hawaii marketplace and virtual Hawaii art gallery. I like that. So we have the marketplace will be just for items because we have people that do coffee, they do those jams, they do suntan oil. We've got those boxes of Aloha. We have chips. We have all kinds of food items. Of people that want to come on. Want to sell some of their stuff. All right, looks like we have John. John ready to come on. Anyone else want to join John and myself? We'll talk for a few moments. All right, John, you ready? You give me a thumbs up there if you're ready to go, amigo. All right. All right. How's it going, John?
Good, Tony. How are you doing?
Oh man, for some reason I am not hearing you. And I don't think it's you, John. I don't think it's you. I think
I'm.
it's
You hear me now? Hang on. Can you hear me, Tony? Linda can hear me in the other room.
1 second, John. I don't think it's you. I think it's me. Give it a second, John.
Okay, no problem.
John, how's
Yes.
that?
Good. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me okay, John?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's not letting me connect my it's saying not letting me connect my headphones. Are you able, do you hear me, John? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, John, let's give you another shot. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you. And I don't think it's I don't think it has anything to do with you either. Let me check something here. That's a bummer. Hmm.
Says on here that everyone can see and hear me.
Hmm. When John speaks, do you guys hear John? You can hear us both? Yeah, I just can't hear you, John.
Hmm.
Um, I it might be something to do with yours, but I'm just not. Yeah, you can hear us both. I just can't hear you, John.
Oh, kind of funny. It worked the last time.
Hmm. Let me. Yeah, I don't know what to do. It's just not. I'm seeing the levels, but it's just not coming through. And you're hearing me okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, bits. It'll echo. Let me try this. Yeah, it's actually not letting my. It's looking like they're not getting being connected. Hang on one second. Let me try one more thing here.
Okay. Am I doing this right, Linda?
How was that, John? Let me see if I can hear you.
I can hear you, Tony.
Nope.
No.
Oh. Um, um,
Want me to go out and come back in? Or you can't hear me anyway?
John, let me hear you now, John.
Hi, Tony. Hello.
Hello, John.
Hi,
Hello.
Tony.
I hear.
Doing-
I hear you.
Oh, you got me?
What? Yep, I do. God dang it! What a rookie mistake! What a rookie mistake! I would love to blame this on Lance. I should have brought Lance on first. That way, I could have blamed it on him. Doggone it,
Well, I told
Lance.
him
You there, amigo?
I told him I'd come on if he. Oh, there he is. How you doing, Lance?
Yeah, just blame me, mate. Why not? Don't worry, mate. I'll probably do stuff like that as well. I'm not the most technologically advanced person at all.
You
I
know, the
hear you
sad
there.
part is I actually
Yeah, John,
am,
how are you,
and
mate? All right.
oh man, what a rookie mistake! I said, yeah. Anyway, I don't even want to tell you what it was. It was so dumb. Okay. All right. Good. Good. All right. Good to see you, John. Good to see you, Lance. How are things going in your world today, guys?
Excellent.
Yeah, good, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, good here.
So John, you're in Canada, right? So neither of you guys are celebrating 4th of July, right?
No, but we love the States because we live so close to it. And we had Canada Day on Monday, so we had that big celebration, sort of.
Yeah, that's good. Well, the stock market's closed. It's closed half the day today and closed all day tomorrow. So that was my vacation.
Nice,
Not
nice.
my vacation, my day
Nice
off.
one. It's a public
Yeah,
holiday,
it's my
mate.
day off.
It's a public holiday. You got to take the day off. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll talk to you guys later.
Been fun.
We'll talk.
Well, it's everybody says, well, you live in Hawaii, so it's vacation every day, and you know what it kind of is. I mean, I'm literally right now. I was going to be on my lanai, but they're doing some things downstairs. But um, literally less than probably 600 yards from the beach. So a lot of the people say, "Oh, you live there." Well, they're right. They're right. It is. It's like vacation every day. You just could put on your shoes and walk down to the beach if you want. So yeah,
Worst places to be.
yep,
Worst
that's
ways
for
to
sure.
spend your days.
So, John, when are you coming back? Forgive me if I don't recall. When are you coming back to Oahu?
February.
February. All
Yeah.
right.
65th birthday day.
Oh, is that what it is? Huh?
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Have you got your entire uh, visit all planned out? Hotel, air, attractions, activities, all that?
Well, I was going to show you this, Tony.
Oh my goodness. You're either an accountant. You're either an accountant or your wife is, right, or an engineer or something like that.
I'm not
Is there a
that.
teleprompter you're about to read off?
I'm not that smart, guys.
And you know
Yeah.
what? I bet you Lance has his on a matchbook cover, and it just says Oahu. What
Yeah.
was that,
All up
John? What
here,
were you
mate.
showing?
All up here.
Oh, that was just all the because we've been like Linda and I came in 2014 and 2015, and I mean we went to did the North Shore catamaran. I did the shark dive off of out the North Shore. We did the outrigger canoe off the Waikiki beach there. We went parasailing. I got her to go up to parasailing 1,000 feet. She didn't like me
Oh, nice.
until she got up there. She didn't like me, but as soon as we got up, calm. And we love Haleiwa for sure. I really appreciate you doing those streams, and we're going to hit up a few things we haven't hit up before, but we're going to hit the bathroom first, right?
That's for sure. You know what? I'll tell you something. We receive not dozens, but I mean, I bet we received maybe a dozen or so comments about. I love that you point out the bathrooms. I make notes of where the bathrooms are. Um, yeah, and it's
Priorities.
yeah. I don't think it's an age thing or a gender thing. I just think that when you need to know where they are, and simply because you're out in the public, they're not readily available all the time. But
Right. Oh, for
it's
sure.
good to know. Yeah.
It's a good thing you got Lance on here too, because I was going to ask him something about the airfares compared to
Yeah.
compared to Canada, because we got all our airfares and stuff,
Yeah, mate.
and like we're staying at the Ilikai Marina. It's a kind of a VRBO thing. We're there for 2 weeks. It's what is it? $2,800 for 2 weeks, and we stayed there last in 2015. Parking is really good. It's $28 for parking, but we're not going to have a vehicle all the time we're here or there. But our flights from Calgary to Vancouver to Oahu and return were $2,500,
All right.
Total?
and
Total
that's
or each?
total.
Okay.
And I thought that was pretty good. And I was actually looking on United today, going out of Great Falls, and there's a bunch of, hop, skip, and a jump here and there, and with the dollar, we got to really pinch our pennies, sort of thing, for the
Yeah, I know
American
that.
and stuff like that. But I was just wondering how the comparison of flights from Australia, because I was in Australia in 1978, 79.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah, just answering a question here real quick for Ruth. Ruth, yes, that's just airfare only, and I believe you said how much was the hotel? Was 2,800 for 10 days
no,
or
14
2 weeks?
days.
For
Yeah,
14 days, 2,800.
yeah,
2,800.
2841.
Okay, and is that airfare, just for clarification? Is that first class, business class, economy?
It's Econo Flex, they call it.
Okay, Econoflex.
It's like
All right.
Econo, and then Econo Flex, and then you get into your high mucky muck people.
Okay, 2,500. So, Lance, what's your comment?
It's funny you should say. I'm actually just having a look now on Webjet, and prices average around about $1,000 from at least 1,000 Australian return to Hawaii. The accommodation is going to be a lot more. I'm seeing some fares as low as $674 Australian return at the moment. So
Nice.
prices vary. It's really funny. A few weeks ago, I seen a promotion that Hawaiian Airlines were doing. I think it was $1,000 return from Sydney to Honolulu. And I went on Webjet and I found one for half that price. So I was just like, what's going on here? They vary so much. They're up and down like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
Airline prices lately.
Well, I got
Wow.
a good one for you. We live 120 miles south of Calgary, where we have to depart to go to Vancouver, then Oahu.
Yeah.
Same airline that we're going to Oahu with, WestJet. Yeehaw. From our little place in Lethbridge here, it's a 38-minute flight. I was looking the other day. I said, Lynn, we go travel in the middle of winter in February. In Alberta, it's kind of a crap show.
Yeah.
It's kind of a roll of your dice or whatever, so we always leave at night or go up there the night before, then get the flight, leave the car, blah, blah, blah. I thought, maybe we'll get a flight from here. 38 minutes up, 38 minutes back. It was $1,400
Wow.
for there and back for both of us.
Crazy.
I know.
$1,300 for a 38-minute flight. Sorry, I'm just looking for the Canadian exchange rate.
It should be
where
a
are we?
$1.40, I think.
The wrong one.
Just a real quick note for the programming
So
note.
as
I'll
of
just put.
today, sorry, Tony.
That's all right. Just a programming note. When we're doing conversations like this, and there's someone who's asked a question, I'll just highlight it up here, and if you guys want to respond to it, but I'm putting it up there mostly so people in the chat can actually respond to it. It's not germane to what you're saying, but it's just just so we can get some interaction with the people that are commenting there. You don't have to stop what you're doing, but because other people can respond as well.
Okay.
But yeah, Patricia, Lance would be very good for answering that because he lived there for a while. But at that North Shore Marketplace where you saw me start both of the streams from, you can park there and then walk into town. However, it's better if you get there. If you get there at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, which is going to be earlier than most, everything is open up, but it will give you a really good place to park. Is right there in the bay, right across the street from Beach House restaurant. There's plenty of parking, and then there's parking right at that park where we were at the art festival. You just have to walk back the other way, so you're at one end of the town or the other. But there would be plenty of parking if you get there at 8:30, 9 o'clock for sure.
Yeah, that was quite the art show. I like that.
Oh man, it was.
Yeah, that
I
was
wish
great.
they'd do that every week. Yeah,
I'd love to have one of those surfboards, but we're kind of running out of room.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Lance,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I apologize about that. I just wanted to highlight her question.
No, all good, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. As I was saying, John, yeah. So as of today, the Australian dollar's buying 91 Canadian cents. So you said how much was it? 1,200.
Yeah.
That would be about, wow, $1,313 Australian for that tiny little fare. That's, yeah. Airline prices, yeah, crazy at times. That's proof right there.
Yeah. Can I answer Dorothy, Tony?
Yeah, that's for you. Yeah, that's for you, man. Go right ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, they have it. I don't know. I've never taken a Red Arrow before, the bus service, but because our flight leaves at 7 in the morning, so we got to be there at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I don't know if it goes that early or not, but if like I said, we usually just drive up anyway, and I take my time. If it's nice, we just go, and we'll get there for sure, no problem. But it would have been nice just to hop on a plane, and instead of having to pay for your vehicle up there for 2 weeks, and so another added bonus or another added price on that, leaving your car there for 2 weeks, and it all adds up.
I mean, it makes it daunting. I mean, it just
Yeah.
You have parking here, parking there. You have your hotel rates. You have exchange rates. You have the yeah, it's crazy.
Because today the U.S. dollar was $1.40 for a buck. A buck Canadian is $1.40 American. So like 71 cents ish we get. So
wow. Yeah, someone was actually mentioned that in another comment. They made a comment about the exchange rate. Us Americans, we really are spoiled when it comes to the exchange. I mean, we don't going or coming. It really doesn't affect us. I mean, we get more benefit, especially if we're going to, Japan or something like that.
Right. And actually, Linda was looking at a fare for the October, a week in October at the where was it again? Where the Orchid is, Tony, the hotel. I can't remember the name of it. Halakalani?
Maui?
No.
The Orchids. The Halakalani, the Orchid symbol. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The Orchid restaurant, rather. Yeah.
I think it was flight and room for a week for $2,400 or something like that.
Yeah, that's actually a good point you bring up there, John, because there are properties that will run their own packages like that outside of Expedia or Travelocity. I'm just not a big fan of using Travelocity and Expedia, but that's a great rate.
Right.
That's a beautiful property. Beautiful property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
good.
Have you thought about doing 67 today?
What's that?
What is it?
The Aussie dollar's gone up to 67 US cents today. We've risen 1 cent, people. Woohoo!
Yeah, that's what this other gentleman. I don't recall his name.
After about a year or two. Yeah.
Do you guys ever play anything like this? Like buy 2 one-way tickets? Because sometimes you can save. I mean, I I do that with myself. When I fly by myself, I'll do 2 one-way tickets, especially if there's a layover.
Yeah, I've done that before.
No, I've never even thought of that actually.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes, just because sometimes what will happen, John, is the price from, uh, say LA, for example, to Hawaii is, a little bit more expensive, but from Hawaii to LA, it's not, because there's a lot of people going one way back and they have to
right,
pick up flights and things like that. So it'll be maybe 60% less. So if you book two, you save 40%.
right.
Yeah. That can be, a savings.
Oh, for sure. And I liked your
Yeah.
all your little hacks for calling the hotel and all that you guys were saying there last week on that one stream, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, if you work that system, I mean, just get in with the hotel, just get them to recognize your name, your phone number, call back, ask for the guy again. Those are
yeah,
really really good tips, because the one thing they want to do is give great customer service, and they want to book rooms themselves, because and when they book rooms, when the front hotel staff book rooms with the guests, they get points or self or recognition, and so they definitely want to help you. You
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see. They said the biggest killer for the Aussies is that the airfare, and the accommodations is at 67 cents to the U.S. dollar. That's just what Lance was
Yeah,
saying.
as of
Yeah.
today, it's been about 65, 66 for the last year or two at least. Oh,
Marie said she'll basically. That's what she said. But she's in Canada, right? Marie,
yeah,
I believe you're in
Yeah,
Margaret's
Canada.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. We got you by
Margaret's
about
right. We'll lose a few cents there.
5 cents, Lance, because we're 71 cents for the
Yeah.
U.S.
Wow, that's not bad.
Woohoo!
Well, what about excursions, John? Are you all set there, or have we maybe exposed you to some things, or have you changed your mind on some things?
Well, I already booked the Kulau UTV tour.
Oh,
That
nice.
that's all ready to go. I'm looking to do. We've done the the Star of Honolulu, and both the supper one and the whale watching when we were there, because we usually go in January, February, so we get to see all the whales and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
And
that's good.
yeah, I don't. I'd like to do another shark dive without the cage, but Linda has other ideas on that.
There's nothing to it. They're not going to bite you. Well,
Oh, I
John,
know.
just as a reminder, because it's not even open up for us yet. In December, I believe it's the 16th, is when they start that new Cirque du Soleil show. And
Oh,
the
nice.
tickets for the weekday, I believe, are 65, and on Fridays and weekends are 85 for right
Right.
now.
Yeah.
If you book prior to opening, I believe that's the case. So,
Nice.
um, yeah, and if you like entertainment, just give a shot. Just give a look at the Blue Note. Just look at their events calendar when you're going to be here. In Blaisdell also. I'm sure. Well, actually, maybe you would. You may not want to go to a concert while you're here, but there may be some really good artists. And then also Lures Lounge at Halekulani. That's a pretty special place. They primarily get categorized as a jazz bar,
Right.
but they have other music in there. And it's just spectacular, just beautiful, very intimate. Have you been there yet, Lance?
Lewis
To the
Lounge?
Lures Lounge?
No, I haven't.
It's in Halekulani. It's back kind of in the corner away from Orchids and Le Maire. And boy, it's just, it's like a old cigar bar but very, very ornately appointed. Very, very nice. You may like that. And you just
Nice.
need reservations, no tickets.
Oh, I have to check into that Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, it's at the Outrigger I'm sorry, the Beachcomber Waikiki.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
they
I'm back.
they have a brand new 16,000 square foot um, theater there.
Nice. Yeah, I've done a lot of scuba diving in Hawaii and Kauai and the Big Island, um, all over the Caribbean, Roatan and Honduras and all that sort of
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, I like it a lot. I'm just getting up there in age to be doing that, jumping in and out of boats and stuff. But I'll still do it if I can.
Oh man. Oh man, don't say that. You could. That's when you start. That's when you start second
You're only
guessing
as
yourself,
old as you
man.
feel,
Jump
right?
up.
Well, I'm trying to get Linda to go up in a helicopter this time, but I don't know. I want the doors off,
Oh,
but yeah, I don't know about that.
oh, the doors off are the way to go, man. They have a they have a jump that they'll do like 20 feet, 30 feet, 50, 60 feet. They'll take a helicopter. It's a special. It's like a specialized snorkel trip, and you get to jump out of the helicopter, and then
Oh
you
yeah,
hit the water and
Nice.
you go snorkeling down there. Yeah,
yeah.
and they pick you up and take you back.
I actually saw that. I
That
was looking
sounds
at
cool.
that Magnum PI helicopter thing, and they had that. Some
Oh, what?
Navy
Oh,
SEAL
nice.
guy
Yeah.
takes you out and jump out of the helicopter.
Oh, I'd do that in a heartbeat. I love that.
Yeah,
Love that. Those door off flights are just something special, just because you're able to really get much better photos. Um, they frown on you taking your camera out, things like that, or sticking it out just because it'll get sucked out or get pulled up in the rotors. But you don't have, if you've taken shots in a regular helicopter, you see the reflection and the
right.
lens. It's just not
Yeah.
not ideal.
Well, you could put a good word in with me, Tony, for Linda. She's in the other room listening. If you want to, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
I would do it this far out, but if it's a week or so out, I wouldn't do it because it'll be fresh in her mind when she comes. If we happen to run into each other, I'd rather not deal with that. Yeah.
Good
I
choice.
actually, I love helicopter tours. I do a helicopter tour almost in any city that offers it that I haven't been.
Yeah,
When
me
I go
too.
there, I always, is there a helicopter tour? Or it's just a great way to see things. I just really love that.
I actually, to be honest, I haven't done Hawaiian helicopter tours. No. That's probably the one place I haven't, in all honesty, but I make a point of
You
doing
you've
helicopter tours everywhere I
you've
go.
not done a helicopter tour in Hawaii at all?
No, believe it or not. It's
Oh
just
my gosh, Lance,
I know.
you've got to
I
do
know.
that.
Slap.
You have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a have you ever seen, if you've been online looking at travel, Lauterbrunnen in Switzerland? It's one of the most beautiful, most photographed uh, uh, villages in Switzerland. It's called Lauterbrunnen.
Okay.
And it's just spectacular. They have a helicopter ride that takes you to the highest glacier in Europe, and it's in Switzerland. It's right above there, and it's a glacier on the top of this mountain. And I took my girlfriend at the time, who was terrified of flying. I said, "This is it was like a rescue style helicopter. It's the one that if there is a rescue situation, that's the helicopter they take up, right? So it's big props and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
so I didn't really do a lot of research on. I said, her name is Maya. I said, Maya, we've got to go up on this, and it was like $700 a person. And the guy who spoke almost no English was convincing me. He said, "Oh yeah, it's fine. You'll like it. It's the highest glacier in Europe, and you get up there. There's actually a cable crossing if you want to do this cable crossing." And I'm like, to my go, he says, "But you have to go dressed for it. You got to wear boots and all this." And he says, "But it's like $120 a person, but it's a cable crossing." So when I say cable crossing, you're thinking what I'm thinking about it being a cable crossing. I go, "Man, that would be so cool to do that." I think it's like a little tram or something like that. So I went back to hotel, came back. So we're waiting, and we see this Asian family get in that helicopter. We have to wait for them to go up to the glacier, do their trip, and come back. They leave and they get out of sight. So we're sitting there just kind of waiting and having a coffee or whatever, waiting for the helicopter to do it. And we think it's going to go up for like 40 minutes or so and then come back. It comes back in like 8 minutes. 10 minutes, comes back and lands, and the door opened, and those people jammed out of that. And my girlfriend at the time happened to be Chinese. They were Chinese, and they're screaming, no, 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 whatever. And I go, what are they saying? She goes, don't go. I said, no, what are they saying? She goes, that's what they're saying. Don't go, don't go. I said, what? Don't go. I said, we're going. And so the guy is sitting in the chopper waving to us. Are you coming or not? I mean, they didn't pull the rotors back. They kept it at speed. You know how that usually take it down to get new people in. He left it at speed. He goes, come on, if you're going, let's go, let's go. So I just grabbed her arm. We ran and jumped into it, and we start to take off. And this guy is a pilot. He's an ex Aussie Air Force, whatever, pilot. And I'm talking to him, and I said, so what was going on? And he's like, this is my best Australian. He goes, oh, it's just the turbulence, mate. It just gets a little bit tough for some people. And I go, turbulence? I said, where do you get turbulence? He goes, on the other side of that hill there, mate. I go, really? He goes, that mountain. I go, all right, cool. So it's uncanny, isn't it? Isn't it, Lance, how good that is? So what you have to do is you go up one side as high as you can on this mountain. And then you go around the side of this face, and you're just climbing up this face. You're just going literally vertically straight up. And again, it's the highest glacier in all of Europe. So it's up there very high. And we're going up, and he leans over, and we're just talking. He goes, all right, well, this is where we're going to hit the turbulence, and it'll get a little bit choppy. He goes, and not only does it get a little choppy, but the air is very thin. So those rotors have to dig in pretty deep to get the air to lift us up. So we're up now probably 8,000 feet, and he goes around the corner, and you're just looking at this slate, 12,000 high granite mountain in front of you. We're like right in front of it. And he goes around the corner, and we just drop about 800 feet. And it just goes, and the rotors are just digging, just going, don't, getting faster and faster. And he goes, it's just adjusting to the air. It's really thin. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And my girlfriend in the back is saying nothing. She's looking straight ahead. It looks like she has Jesus himself sitting in front of her. She's just dead there. And we get up to the very, very top, and the air is so thin. He says, we have about 30 minutes. You can stay out here without oxygen. So you guys take your photos and do whatever you want to do. And he goes, oh, yeah, mate, by the way, you see that rod sticking out of the ground over there? He goes, don't go past that. He goes, because you'll go off the other side, and it's ice leading up to it. So don't even get close. Actually, don't even go over there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's the edge of the cliff. That's it. It's a straight drop all the way down about, 8,000, 9,000 feet. And I said, where's that cable crossing, like that little tram? He goes, oh, it's not a tram. That's a cable crossing. So you guys have probably seen this, where there's one cable on the ground, and then up about 2 feet, there's a cable on either side. They want you to walk from one peak to another. And there's a guy out there sitting on this side of it, waiting for people to come. And he's got a kid out there about halfway with a bar hitting the cables, knocking the ice off it so the people don't slip when they're going across the cable. I'm going, we don't have time to do that. Oh my gosh. And you're up. It was a crevasse. So there's one peak all the way over to another peak. Oh, and it was about 700-800 feet going across there. I would have done it if she wasn't there, but you have to put on an oxygen mask. Because I'm looking out there, I'm looking at all these people with these oxygen masks on. I'm going, and now I'm starting to get kind of really short of breath. I'm going, I think it's about time. I've got pictures of that. I'll post sometime, but it was pretty cool. Wow. So I love helicopters. Yeah. I know it's not Hawaii related, but I love helicopters. Yeah. Yeah. No, it wasn't a Tom Cruise stunt. It was real life, man. And coming down, he says, we go down really quick. He says, we won't have to. He says, we need to keep the rotors alive. He says, but I'm going to trim them back a lot. And I mean, we went down at about twice the rate of going up because it's just thin air. There's literally no air up there. And I asked him, I said, how do you rescue people? He goes, it's very, very difficult because there's no air. The air is so thin that the blades can't catch, and they have to really spin them down. And he goes, it gets tricky, especially when it's snowing and blizzard. And it was a perfect day. There was no wind, nothing. So I said, man, I can't imagine there being terrible weather. So anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Here you go. Here you go, John.
No, not really. Thanks, Tony.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. This is who I would take on that
Oh, that's
trip.
gold.
Nope. Sorry. No,
Oh,
that right there.
Oh,
I'd take her.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we signed releases and all that, but you're in Switzerland for gosh sakes. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? That's actually the place that Lauterbrunnen. If just look it up sometime, it's Lautterb Bruin Buren. You've seen that photo a million times of that village. There's a huge waterfall up on the right hand side, and there's just little villages and or little houses and hotels on the bottom. But that's where they developed base jumping. There's a base jumping unit up at the top. We
sure,
went
I've
up there
seen
as
it.
well, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing. I love that place. Yeah. So when are you coming again, John?
February.
February.
Yeah.
All right. So
February
you'll have.
14th.
Oh, look at you! Is that your birthday?
No, my birthday's the 23rd.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll be here close enough.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you'll be here during whale season. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll get the. We're gonna do that Kakaku, the Saturday morning market, and
Oh, farmers market.
we're
Yeah.
gonna try to do the first Friday night there too, or go to that Pahana thing. Pahana, because
Oh, Pahana. Yeah. Yeah.
it's right.
That's every night though.
Right. Yeah. But
Yeah.
we should go to that the night market there at the Kakaku. Check
Yeah,
that
the
out.
Friday Harbor Nights on Fridays. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
we've been to
There's
the KCC a couple times, and I like those new ones that you guys are showing us. You know, KCC is good, but that Kakaku looks pretty amazing. And
it's so much better. I
That's
mean, I don't
cool.
want to talk negative, but it's
no,
the KCC. They don't have any seating, and they have just one person doing music, and it's kind of hodgepodge, and but it's very authentic. And if you've gone there before, then
yeah,
you've seen it all. But that Kakako's something different. They have a beer garden, and really good music. It's nice. You'll like it. You'll enjoy it.
nice bathrooms.
Nice bathrooms too, and the Salt is right up the road from there. So if you once you leave the Harbor Nights, you could just walk up maybe 2 blocks up the road or less. They're on the right hand side, and
Yeah,
go to the Salt. I
yeah.
really like that. Go ahead.
We were looking at that too. The Salt, all the little restaurants and stuff. We might go back there during the day sometimes and check out all the little stores. You know,
I think he's dropped.
Tony left us.
He might have.
Maybe he's getting his cardboard suit.
Technical issues, folks. Standing by.
Da, 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 da.
How's that? Is that better?
There
That's
he is.
good.
He's
Yeah.
back.
All right. I hit my hand on the mic stand right here and knocked it out.
Oops.
I don't remember what I said. The Kaimuki. That Kaimuki neighborhood, it's a great neighborhood just to walk around. It's not really remarkable in that you go there. It's a beautiful community, but it is so Hawaiian. It's not funny. There's Koa pancakes. There's Cocoa Head.
Mm.
Cocoa Head Cafe is worthy of a visit all on its own.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate, I
And
could
you
drop
want to
hundreds
you
in
want to
that crack
drive.
food store alone.
Oh my gosh. There's some kimchi. There's a restaurant called Kimchi. Also, there's a. Isn't there a Konos there as well, Lance, or no?
In Kaimuki? No, I don't think so.
There may not.
I know
No,
that
there's
there's
not. It's
Konos in Haleiwa and on Kapahulu and Kahio. I think they've only got
Yeah.
three from memory.
yeah, that may be the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, and by then, even if have you rented your car yet?
We're looking at some stuff. We got a few put away. We can always cancel, but I was looking at
Here's
your smart car thing, right? That's what you guys
Oh,
were
I'm
talking
telling
about.
you, that's who we're trying to get this relationship with. And I'm like 99% sure we're going to get it done. So I'll at least tell you about it because I think it's worthy of it.
Right.
So it's 808 smart car. You
Yeah.
can rent the little teeny tiny smart cars, which I wouldn't, but you can also get those Fiat Spiders,
No.
which they're a little bit bigger. They're about the size of a Mini Cooper, and they're just really, really well put together cars. They drive well. But you can get Jeeps, you can get anything else, but their rates are between $49 to $79 up. And their Jeeps, I think are 90 or whatever. But if you're wanting just a car just to get around, they have a midsize. It's $59. But they also have parking for $20. I know you mentioned something about parking, but
Yeah.
they have parking for $20. And they have two locations. There's a location on Seaside and Neo, which is it's actually located in the lobby of the Hawaiian Monarch, if you're familiar with where that is. It's probably a mile away from where you are, maybe less than a mile.
Isn't it where they you go for your crab lobster roll?
Yep, right across the street. Right across the street there. Yeah, good memory. But what's cool about it is their hours. They have from 8 to 5, or they do like 24-hour rentals. But I can never beat their rates. Can never beat their rates. I've tried. There's several. There's actually three notable car rental companies that are owned locally that I try to do business with, but none of them are good as 808.
Okay. Do you
Yeah,
have to
I
take
would
it back
definitely do that.
to there every time, every night, Tony? Do you have to
No,
park it
no,
at their
no,
spot?
no. You park it anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, and their rates are like I said, they're just they have almost airport rates without having to go out to the airport and pick it up, which is just a pain. It's just not the way to do it, in my
Right.
opinion. Yeah.
Well, we were thinking of doing like the last night I was going to rent one from the 26th to the 28th because we don't. Luckily, we have a direct flight back, but it leaves like at midnight almost. So
Mm.
you'll be hearing me crying as we go over you. Um, but we were trying to think of what we can do with the luggage, right? So that's why we rented from the 26th to the 28th. Just stash the luggage the last day in the back of the vehicle, and we were going to head out to the last trip on the North Shore and stuff like that, and then just take it right to the airport. But if you can't drop it off at the airport, then it's that's what we're kind of playing with there. But we have taken
Yeah.
a rental car from the airport before at the last day, or even I think last time we rented from Hilton Hawaiian Village the last day we were there, and then we just dropped it off at the airport there. So
Yeah. Well, it's just a matter of convenience and price and what you're willing to pay for it. Really, I mean,
yeah,
you just have to kind of weigh that. But that's just a good option for you.
yeah,
John, I was going to ask you a question about your Airbnb. You don't have to answer if you don't want, but why
sure.
did you choose that location and why did you use the Airbnb? I mean, why did you not go to the Elikai Hotel or another hotel in that area? Not that I'm questioning it. I just think sharing your rationale would be beneficial.
Sure. When we came out in 2014, we stayed at the Pacific Monarch, and we knew a lady in BC who had the. We got in touch with her, and she had the room in the Pacific Monarch, and we stayed there, and that was a great place. It was like maybe 2 blocks to the beach. Had a nice pool up in the top. It was well appointed. I mean, it had a full kitchen, just what we need: washer,
This
dryer.
is the Pacific Monarch.
Yeah. And then
Oh yeah.
we came back in 2015, and we stayed at the Elikai Marina the first time, and we just loved that place because you're looking right out at your buddy Doug's boat there. Um,
Yeah.
and you don't even have to leave the lanai to go see the fireworks, but we were
Right.
actually standing right underneath them when they were going off. But
Beautiful.
and then we thought, well, we're just all it is a room, right? I mean, we're out all day doing stuff, North Shore, whatever, doing all the like we'd done the lighthouse tours and Diamond Head and all that sort of stuff, and it's just for sleeping really and storing stuff that Linda buys.
Yeah.
Stand corrected, Diane.
So, yeah. So, I mean, from a matter of convenience too. I mean, and probably the price that is was a price a consideration compared to.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's smart. That's so smart. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that.
I mean, I wish we could get cheaper flights, but you know, we use points on some stuff, and you know, it works out. But it's just the dollar and the you know the flights in Canada. I don't know what the heck they're doing. They're just WestJet's on strike again. I think they're back off strike. The maintenance guys were on strike last week, so
What's the deal with the West? What is WestJet?
yeah.
Because a lot of people in Canada they're making fun of it or they don't like it. Is it just a low end airline or what?
No, it's. I mean, it's one of the top. Well, I think it is the top in Canada. There's Air Canada. Uh, it used to be really good way back in the day when you had guys like Ward Air. Uh, that's who we went to Australia with, and it was, you know, top notch. It was like first class sitting in economy. But Air Canada and WestJet, WestJet had a issue with the pilots last year, and they screwed everybody over in a year ago in May, and now the maintenance guys, and they just can't seem to get their crap together, and all these fly by nighter, you know, want to be airline companies showing up, and I don't know, it's just a real wreck. Because I like,
Yeah, it's
you know, I like United. I've flown United, Delta, all those, you know, Alaska, all over the place. But you know, when we have to go to, like when we go to even Mexico, we'll go take WestJet, and it's a straight 6-7 hour flight down to Cozumel, Cancun, stuff like that. And but
yeah,
when we have to go to like Vegas and stuff, we'll just go across the border and get a flight out of Great Falls, and it's like, you know,
it's so cheap.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, and probably a lot more flight options.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Have you done any or do you do any hikes while you're here? Like, do you do any of the lighter hikes like Makapu'u Lighthouse or anything like that?
Yeah, we've done that all around the sea life, the other corner, just looking down at sea life there. There's a few pillboxes off the onto the right as you're looking out over the ocean there.
Yeah.
So we've done the lighthouse. We've done the Diamond Head hike. We even got our certificates.
Oh, did you
Oh yeah,
back in the day?
back in the day. Yeah, yeah.
I remember
Drag,
that. I
they
remember
dragged
that.
me off the hill. But, yeah. No, we've had quite a bit of hikes. We've gone to some places. We know a guy um, who takes us out to, you know, none of the like the nobody gets on 50 people on a bus and they unload you and you come back on in 10 minutes. Like it's a personal tour, and he takes you on to all these different sites. And I mean, we've gone to bamboo forests and places where you go and the whole village is overgrown. Like vehicles are under the bushes and stuff. It's crazy. And he's
Yeah.
got all these tea leaves under his van and his Jeep and stuff. And oh, the night marchers will get you. Get out of here. Get out of here. But,
Yeah.
but
That's
it's good.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit, and I mean, it's just great that you guys are you know, spreading the Hawaii love there and showing us all these other places we're gonna go. We're gonna hit up that Haleiwa. We always see the little stores, but we're gonna go in all them little ones coming up here. I
Yeah.
mean, we've been to the one, the big market where the bathrooms are and all that sort of stuff, and
Yeah.
Matsumoto's and all that. But
Yeah.
and we stop off at the North Shore, and we hit up all the aunties, who have the fruit stands and the carvers and whatnot. And it's like Linda and my happy place. I mean, we miss it so much. We're just happy to finally get back there after 10 years. So
Well, this place was there 10 years ago, but it's way different, and that's Giovanni's. And I really wanted to show that to you on this last stream, but it was just so overran with people. So I'm going to do it probably on a weekday, and I'll go back out there. But that area has grown so much. They have probably 15 different food trucks at least now. There's where Giovanni's is, and I'm sure you've seen how in some of the streams, ours and others, where that whole seating area is now under a roof, so it's very nice. But just north of there are those 4 or 5 art galleries that people used to not get to very much because it was a little bit disjointed from Giovanni's. But now they've built up so much. There are structures that go in between there. So, you and Linda may like to go there. There's some really, really nice art galleries there, and they're very, very local type. There's some really nice artwork there. You may have already been there.
No, because that wasn't there, Tony, last time we were there in 2015. Because I remember we went to Mike Hooley's Chicken, and it was pretty darn close down to the Biota Temple.
Yeah.
And
Well, these were there for sure.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, these were there for sure. It's north of well, you'll see it when you get there. I mean, it's not just exactly north. It's not like within the same parking lot, but it's just a little bit north of there. But it's beautiful. You'll see it. They have several old wood carvings that have been there for 20, 30 years out on the front patio. But they have there's a beach glass gallery there. It's just really cool to stop in there.
Yeah, Linda'd like that. Linda'd like that for sure.
Yeah, they're really cool galleries, and it's kind of like the art that Stephanie creates, but it's just it's varied. It's from different artists and what have you. So
we're gonna hit her up for sure when we see her.
Yeah,
because Linda has a tattoo of a turtle, and I have a shark tattoo. So we're gonna. Get
do you really?
Yeah.
Too bad you didn't get that hammerhead.
I know, Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard, you had to step up. You know what you could do? You could get Stephanie to draw you some art, and then you take it to shop and have them put it on you if you like.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because we had it our tattoos at Victorian Tattoo. At the first time, my mom used to work for an airline in the 70s, 80s. And the first time we went over there was 78, I think. And we stayed at Discovery Bay, it was called back then. It's the 2 towers right across from the Ilokai.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And back then, unfortunately, she didn't buy a condo for $12,000, which kicking her butt now. But, yeah. But that was my first trip.
That whole area there is really out of sorts. They used to have tropics there, and all along there now that's really dilapidated. It's not doing that great.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're going to rebuild it or what.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It was nice back in the 70s, but
yeah. Just responding to Ruth here. Yes, they do let you sign the truck at Giovanni's. And it's the seating area they have there is very good. They have picnic tables. They have a wash station. It's great just to go out there. Speaking about Giovanni's, it's great to go out there because you see so many local Hawaii families there that go there. They go there for a special occasion as well, just like we do. And it's just really nice to see it out there. But they have some really, really good food. I think Shasta, when we were out there, she had that pork. Pork dish was really, really good. But every time I go out there, I have to have Giovanni's. I don't get off the trail too much.
Yeah, I like that. Got to have the shrimp, the seafood.
Yeah, for sure.
No Cheesecake Factory for me, Tony.
That's for sure. And I can't believe Lance likes Cheesecake Factory so much. I mean, it's like it's
Lance.
crazy.
No, I don't mind. I wouldn't say I'm the world's biggest fan, but I've been there. Last trip we went to Cheesecake Factory, and That's what I think it's just because there's no cheesecake factory in Australia. So when you get there, it's like, holy sheez, look at the size of this place. Then you go in and it's like, it's actually not too bad. Yeah.
Do you know somebody here needs to go and try that? Someone needs to go and try that homemade cheesecake from Lulu's. Remember, I was there and did that.
Okay.
Did that? Yeah. Look at John. Yeah. I didn't see it, but it sounded really good. But when you said cheesecake, that kind of stuck out in my mind. Yeah, no Cheesecake Factory for me either.
No.
Well, go
ahead.
I was going to say, since I got back last trip, I've been on the world's greatest ube kick. I've been on ube benders like you wouldn't believe. So.
Oh my gosh! Do they have ube out there
in Australia? Yeah. It's not. Well, it was like, say, 10, 15 years ago. It was one of those things that most people had never even heard of. But it's becoming a lot more common and more popular.
Is it like Vegemite?
Chalk and cheese.
Very, very. In my opinion, it is, but it's sweet.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of it.
Yeah,
we actually. I'm trying to put together a deal with a place called Boxes of Aloha and Taste of Aloha, where they put boxes of all kinds of Hawaii products. Like stuff that you usually can't get, but they do like a monthly send. They do every month. They'll send you something in boxes, but I don't want to do a monthly send. I want to buy a box. Yeah, I want to buy a box of some of their stuff and give it away to one of you and have you do reviews of it. Like when we do these panel reviews, like, send Lance a box of it and have him open up and talk about all the cool stuff that's in there. They have small boxes with just like 2 or 3 items, but they have these bigger marketplace boxes. They have like 10 or 15 items. They have jams and honeys and, juices. They have like instead of like sending you a 6-pack of that Pogue, they'll have like 2 or 3 cans of different size or different kinds. It's really kind of cool. I like that idea.
That sounds great. I'd love to buy one, actually. I'd be in that.
Yeah. Well, I'll send you one. You just have to open it here.
Oh, thanks, mate.
On the screen. Yeah.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
they do ship to Australia. It just costs $500 to send it there. And takes about 3 months.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
make sure the boxes don't have what. Yeah, honey.
Yeah. Honestly,
I just read what you had.
Competitions, mate, because of the cost. It's like, I know it's going to end up costing you guys an arm and a leg to send it here, so that's why I don't enter competitions. Plus, I'm not coming this year, obviously, as well, so that's another reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, the cost is ridiculous to Australia. Honestly, any flies on us, the government charges rent. They're ridiculous. The cost of Anyway, I won't. Rant
Did I open up a can of worms, John?
I don't know.
Those boxes sound great. I was actually looking for something like that from
Hawaii. There's 2 of them. There's one called Boxes of Aloha and one called Taste of Aloha or Taste of Hawaii. But Box of Aloha is, and I'll just be very honest with you, they have a horrible website. They have terrible photography. But I know the people that are in charge of it. We've dealt with them a few years ago, and they're great people. They just have terrible marketing, and I would really like to do something for them because I think they could pick up a few customers with you guys. Maybe not the every month thing or every other month, but at least an occasional, once in a while box. But you're asking where do we go to see them? Just go to boxesofaloha.com. or tasteofaloha.com, and you'll see. And if you use Boxes of Aloha, mention going to Hawaii. Let me make sure. I'm going to tell you exactly. Tastes. That's what it is. Tastes of Aloha. TASTES of Aloha. And mention going to Hawaii. They may give you a break, or may charge you more. I'm not sure, but
because we got. I forgot to tell you, Tony. We got a American post office box now, so we can just go down to the border and cross and pick up the mail and bring it back.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, then we'll do
because we didn't get our honey yet.
Yeah, we'll get it done this time. Yeah, that was kind of yeah, we didn't get it. That didn't turn out. I didn't want to call anybody out or remind anybody, because they if they don't want to do it naturally on their own, then that's fine. But I really wanted someone to open it up, say, "Hey, this is great," or "Oh my God, this tastes terrible," and just it doesn't, it costs
Would
me
have
money
loved
to
to.
send it, but I
But,
just like the engagement. What,
Yeah.
Lance?
yeah. I would have loved to, but rules
Yeah.
are rules with our government. So
Yeah. Same
Yeah.
here. I
yeah.
had the toast ready and everything.
Yeah, well, we'll get something set up. I mean, there's just some people, maybe they don't want to be on camera. They don't have to be on camera to do it. They could just shoot their hand and say, "Hey, check out this toast or check out this jam." But uh, I actually sent it to some people, and they wouldn't shut. The people I sent it to wouldn't shut up about it. They're like, "Oh my God, it's so good." What I'd like, and now they're sending me orders. They're saying,
That's what you
"If you
want.
could send me 3 more of this one and 4 more of those, because I'm going." I go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is just a taste test. Just tell me you like it, and that's it. Move on." Yeah, but their honey, we have an open invitation at Hawaii Honey Company. I'm sorry, Hawaii Honey Farm up by North Shore. It's just a small, quaint little uh, Hawaii farm, but they do really,
Nice.
really good work with harvesting and working with bees and all that. So we can do I really want to do it as a live stream, because in case we get stung or something really cool happens. If not, then we could do a produced video. But I would love it. I think that'd be fun. And they do the same thing. We'll buy some of their products. We'll send them out to you guys, and you give us some feedback. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I
All right.
got,
Anything else?
I got something for you to try, Tony.
What's that?
I know Janet has been there, I'm sure, but we were taken. Is that a good grammar? We were taken too. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We,
Good enough.
hey, thanks. La Mariana Sailing Club. You got to try that place if you've never been.
The
It's
what
on
sailing club?
La Mariana Sailing
La
Club.
Mariana. Where is it?
It's off of I had the thing too. Sand Island area. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I know Sand Island. Yeah.
Yeah. On the backside of the Sand Island, it's an old. Well, it's a
Oh,
marina,
yeah,
but it's an
yes,
old.
I know what you're talking about.
It's an old like back in the day diner type tiki. It's amazing. I mean, they got good food, or they had good food 10 years ago, but they got zombie mai tais. Lance.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I know what you're talking about. Isn't that the marina that we went when Shasta went inside the bathroom? It was
No,
raining. We pulled into the parking lot.
no,
No.
it's by the. Damn, I don't have my thing.
Kaneohe?
No, it's on the by the Aloha Towers area.
Oh.
I don't know
It's
if I
on the
said
very
that
end of
right.
Aloha Towers.
I think so. Yeah.
It's on the backside. I know, it's an open bar. It's like an old tiki bar.
Yes, very old tiki.
Yeah.
Bar. Yeah.
Yep. I know exactly what you're
And they
talking
got
about.
music all the time. And one of the guys there,
Yep.
he's a blind guy, and he just takes off on his ukulele and stuff, and it's just amazing. And you kind of
Yeah.
try
I
and
know exactly
guess.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a real hoot to go there. I mean, it was back, the last 2 times we were there. So, but I recommend that if you want a different type of, it's not like
Yeah, we'll do that.
Tiki's Bar and Grill or Duke's or nothing, but it's interesting for sure.
Yeah, I like those kinds of places, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What were we
Good.
going to say,
Sounds
Lance?
good, actually. No, nothing. No, I'm all good.
Oh, okay.
No, but that sounds interesting.
Rick,
Sounds great.
yeah, Rick was saying, Tony, we need a list of places to eat and drink, stay, and activities so we can save money. Man, watch a live stream, man. We give them all the time. Ask more specific, like when are you coming? What island? Is it Oahu? Things you want to do. You're going to spend about. We started to come up with this spreadsheet for Let's Eat Hawaii, And I think we're doing a poll tomorrow, or the next day, to ask you guys to let's find the next 10 places so we can schedule these. So what we'll do is we'll do them like we're doing these streams here every Wednesday. Which, by the way, we're going to test this on a Saturday. I'm sorry, yeah, Saturday coming up, not this coming Saturday, but we're going to do the panel discussion on a Saturday at 1 or earlier in the day. I'm not sure what the time is. There's an event set up for it already, just to see if we get more local people or different people from the mainland to come on. But we're going to schedule these Let's Eat Hawaii on a Thursdays at 9 or Fridays or whatever, and just do like schedule 5 or 6 of them, so you guys can, somewhat anticipate when they're coming up, instead of just popping up saying, oh, by the way, we're going to do this, let's eat. So, but the thing I was going to say is these spreadsheet was talking about, it costs between $20 and probably $30 average for a decent meal here. I mean, you can obviously go to Le Maire or, Orchids or 53 by the Sea and spend $200 a plate, but for about $20 to $35, you can really, really get some good food here. All the plates at Waikiki Marketplace or Waikiki Market, even that lobster roll we did the other day was, $30 to $31. Yeah, that lobster roll.
I'm going to there. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Royal Hawaiian Food Court's great. Kalakaua Avenue Food Hall. There's some great places
very
to eat.
Yeah, and even the food court there at Ala Moana on the second floor.
Oh,
that second floor place. Yeah. And there's some people want to shy away from there because they feel it's all McDonald's and Jack in the Box and things like that. But there are a lot of local type food stalls in there that are just fantastic.
Yeah,
the most local one there is, for me, at the Ala Moana there, the most local one for me is the Waiole Poi Factory outlet. Doesn't come more local than that. Everything there. Lau Lau, Kalua.
And the food court, or you mean on the North Shore? You mean over on the east side?
No, in Ala Moana. They have a Waiole Poi Factory outlet there.
Do they really?
Yeah. Yeah, it saves you the trip all the way over to Waiole.
And it's at the food court, the first floor or the second floor?
Oh, I'm having a mental blank as to which floor it was. I can't remember exactly. Don't quote me which floor, but I do know there's one in there.
Wow. Okay. Well, they have that. They have the Poi Factory on the east side. Did you see that? Have you been there? The east side Poi Factory?
No, I've only been in the past. I've only been to the one over at Waiole.
I'm trying to think. But isn't what's the name of the Poi Factory? It's something Poi Factory. It's on the east side, and it's very, very local, very Hawaiiana. It has an old dilapidated sign, but there's a line of people out there all the time. You would know what it is. I'm probably not describing it the right way, but we drove right past it just the other day when we were on the North Shore Drive coming back. We drove right past it. It's the Poi Factory, something Poi Factory. Someone on here knows it. Dale Rogers, I bet you knows what it is, but I haven't seen him on here. I guarantee you've been there before, Lance, for sure.
Yeah, that might be the Waiole Poi Factory.
When we were, I really didn't want to go to like the food court so much because they're just not that great for doing live streams. They're loud, they're difficult. We lose the connection in there. Yeah. So yeah, there's Dale right there. Dale, isn't that location you're talking about? Isn't that on the east side? It has the old it's kind of a dark green type of a sign. Is that the one you're talking? That's not the one you're talking about. The one in Ala Moana, right, Lance?
Yeah, I just read Diane's. Actually, I might have been getting confused. Actually, I think that's the one. I haven't had my coffee.
But this is not in the food court. This is not in the food court. But it is the Poi Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, so that's right. But yeah. Anyway, we can go back to this, but we'll go to those food courts. But there's so many other places I want to go. I want to go to that canned sushi. And I don't know if you all remember, but remember those restaurants that are on the lower half of that area where they just rebuilt them right across their catty corner from Hilton Hawaiian Village. And I was saying they're not really great locations. I hope they do a good business. They're right in between Hilton Hawaiian Village and the food truck compound on Alameda Boulevard. Well,
Oh,
I'm happy to
vaguely.
report. I'm happy to report that Can Sushi, it's called KAN Sushi. They're the ones who have that really good all you can eat offer. I've mentioned that a number of times. I'm happy to report they are doing gangbuster business. I mean, I've been by there 3 times in the last couple of days. And there's lines out front, people standing out front waiting to get inside. So that's
Nice.
really, really good to hear. That's really good
That's a
to
good
hear.
sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Janet just told me right there. There it is, right there. Janet's a killer.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of earlier. That's the Koi factory I've been to. Yeah, in the
Yeah, that's the one. That's not in.
yeah.
That's on the east side, but this place right here. Yeah, that's it right there, Janet. The one I
Yeah.
just highlighted here. And Dale did the.
Yeah, I've been there. They have their signature dessert. What's the Sweet Lady of Waiole? Obviously, say no more. Yeah,
Ugh, no thanks. I've stopped there. I've stopped there probably
it's good.
five
It's
or
good.
6 times. I've
Yeah.
eaten there once.
Yeah,
I've stopped there 5 or 6. I've eaten there one time, and that was enough for me. I always stop for other people. They go, "Oh, let's stop." I'm like, "You can go in there and have all you want."
yeah.
Boy, I'm not a fan.
Well, when in Rome, it was one of those cases. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been to Detroit before too, but I don't want to do what happened in Detroit either. Yeah. So I'll just ask you, since you guys have different experiences from visiting here. What is the one, if you had one hotel to stay at, this is both of you, one hotel to stay at without price being a consideration, which hotel would you stay at on Oahu?
Oh.
It's like having to choose a favorite child. It's a tough question.
Yeah.
Sophie's choice, man.
I guess I'd like to do this, the surf, or not the surf, right, or the Royal Hawaiian, I guess.
Royal Hawaiian. Okay,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Lancelot?
I've had a few Mai Tais at that bar.
I'd probably take the Sheraton just for that infinity pool. Just that view of Diamond Head alone is
that's very good.
I've got about 5,000 screenshots from that walk.
I changed my mind. I want the pool.
Okay. All right. And then what would be the one restaurant you would go to? Not necessarily the dish, but what's the one restaurant you'd go to? Money's no object. And it doesn't have to be this expensive one. It could just be one you have an affinity towards. You just are drawn to it. You guys can answer this in the chat too. Steve agrees.
That's such a tough question because Honolulu is one of my favorite food cities in the world. It's just such a melting pot of cultures and cuisines. That's what I love about it. There's so much to choose from.
Too much to choose from.
And it's gotten so much better in the last year, believe it or not. I mean, I would say better. There's more choices and it's not that people are leaving and others are coming in to replace them. Yes, that is the case in some, but there are probably, I would say, I can count easily probably 20 new locations in Waikiki proper that are new restaurants that weren't replacement restaurants, like that IO Korean barbecue, the Korean chicken place, the canned sushi was one. A couple of those were replacements, but they're very good new places to eat here. So you got to come up with one. Come on. What's one?
Well, I like anything. Well, I like the noodles, like origami noodle, udon place. I like the blackened stuff, anything like fish market, blackened mahi, whatever you can blacken steak, I'll eat it.
John, you've got to go to Paia Fish Market then.
But then
they have the best.
Yeah, I know. And then I saw the thing on Ray's with his prime rib and crab legs. I'm like, man, It's
Yeah,
it's
man.
all a drool fest.
That Paia fish market has a blackened salmon, a blackened tuna, and blackened mahi mahi. And you get them on a sandwich. So they have their bread is that really kind of doughy bread. Good
Yeah,
Lord, is it good?
and we like that Nico Pier 38 too, if it's still around. I mean, it was great
Uh,
back
yeah,
then,
yeah.
like the
Well,
fish ribs or whatever.
he's completely breaking the rules, Lance. Let you do you. You have one. Just pick
Well,
one good one.
Sorry.
the thing is, Tony, it's hard for me. See, I'm an ex-chef. In a former life, I was a trained chef. So it's
Oh, no
really
kidding,
hard.
really?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
look at
So
that. Tell us
it's
about
really
that
hard for
sometime, young
me.
man.
Yeah, well, I have. Yeah, it's just it's really hard for me to choose one place in particular because I, I've spent 30 years in the food, restaurant, accommodation, hotel business, bar business. So it's for me to choose one place in particular is very hard. I do have a few. That if anything, I would probably, if I just off the top of my head, I would probably go and have the full degustation menu at La Mer.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Just because it's funny. I was looking at it the other day online, and I thought, yeah, that looks good. I mean, just because I might not have any plans to go to anywhere in particular, but that doesn't mean I don't have my finger on the pulse when it comes to what's happening in that town's eateries. You know what I mean?
I got to write that down.
Well, who in the world knew that Lance was a chef? Did anyone know that? Did anyone? Well, I'll tell you what we should probably do then. One of these times is when you're out here, is just go buy some fish, buy some nice steaks, and just go out to Magic Island to one of those bigger grills they have out there and let you go to work.
That sounds
For a few of
perfect,
us.
mate. That's how we do it here. All the beaches here have got barbecues as well, so those flat top cookers as well. So yeah, perfect. Let's do it.
Man, that'd be fantastic. That would be a great Let's Eat Hawaii.
Yeah. Got to fill
right,
the beer cooler with longboard though. Longboard or big wave.
What's that? Oh
I said,
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all of big wave and longboard. All right, what would be your favorite activity? What would be your one activity you would do? John, you can do it without Linda. You can do it without Linda.
Thanks, Tony.
Just for this one. So I bet I know what it would be, but go ahead. Let's hear it.
Do you know how far back you've just put him in the doghouse by saying that, Mike?
Yeah.
Hey, he's in Canada, man. I'm not.
I'll see you soon, sir.
Someone pull up their dumpster fire and walking away.
Yeah.
I'd like to do some shark diving, but I'm probably leaning towards taking her back up on the parasail again.
There you go. You could do
twist your arm in the helicopter.
You could do skydiving. You can do skydiving in Hawaii.
Back in the day, Ruth. Back in the day.
Yeah, that wouldn't work with Linda or maybe me. I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason to jump out of a perfectly good plane.
Oh man, and don't knock it till you've tried it. Man.
No,
we talk about.
Yeah. I love skydiving.
And if you've done parasailing, skydiving's no big deal. It's actually probably would be easier because the big issue with skydiving, or not issue, the benefit of skydiving, you're so high up you lose a frame of reference. So when you're bungee jumping from 500, 600, 700 feet, your frame of reference is I can identify with what's on the ground. I can see those tiny people. I can see the tiny cars. When you're up 15,000 feet or plus, it's not any big. You just jump.
Yeah.
I think the highest I've jumped for is 13,500 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to do, and I'm still going to. I want to try and do it this year. Was the halo jump? that they only
Oh,
have
that'd
halo
be
jumps.
awesome.
Well, they only have them in two places in the country. One's in Nashville, in Tennessee, and one is here in Hawaii. But you have to wait for enough people to do it. There's need to be like 6, and you have to shave. I actually have a goatee, so you have to shave because you have to take oxygen. But a halo dive is an acronym. It's HALO, stands for high
Yeah.
altitude, low
Right.
open. So you open at 30,000 feet, which is the same height as like a commercial airliner. So you jump out and you have to have uh, uh, a hot suit on or a warm suit on. They take you down, and your free fall is like 2 minutes. It
That'd
would
be
be
so cool.
amazing. Oh my gosh, yeah. So
Change of plans, Linda.
that's right. New plans. New plans. I love
I
that.
would absolutely recommend skydiving for anyone. It's just one of those thrill of a lifetime experiences.
And the place they do skydiving out here, I've done it twice here. They do it way out on the northwest corner of the island. So when you jump out, the water is just, it's like Windex. It's just purple. I'm just perfect blue. And then it goes out to that sapphire kind of a blue. And the beaches out there, there are no people on there whatsoever. It's just beautiful. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh no. Sorry, Tony.
Not till you try it. Not till you try it. I mean, it's yeah, I used to be afraid of heights when I was a young kid. I used to be afraid of heights, and I'm not sure what it was. There was just nothing happened. There was no accident. Nothing material happened in my life. I just started getting an urge when I would see tall things. I'd want to go up on them. I go on buildings. I want to look over the edge. And a friend of mine used to be a crane operator. I went out on his crane. We walked out on his crane all the way out on the. We went up there on a Sunday, so there was nobody out. He has the housing there where you actually do the crane operating, but then you could walk out on the crane, the very end of the crane where the block and tackle are out there, and that was like a 250 or some odd feet walk out on this, and you're just walking along the A-frame. You're going from one A-frame to another to another to another. It was thrilling. It was up high too. It was up probably 400 or 500 feet or so, something like that. Yeah, I love it. Well, I guess that's it for me. I don't have any more questions. Anybody have any questions for John or Lance? Any cooking questions for Lance about how he? Well, actually, you know what? If you don't mind me asking this, just because we've heard so much about your travel. What type of work do you do, John, and what type of work do you do, Lance? Because I don't know anything about you, and you don't have to. If you want to keep it private, or if you're under house arrest, Lance, that's fine. Just say that.
I'm under house arrest. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Blink twice if you need help, Lance. Blink twice.
Well, I used to be in the tire business. I used to repair tires, fix tires, change tires, earth mover tires, all that sort of stuff for 37 years. And
so they were good years?
Some were really good years, and they weren't too good when I got laid off. So after 37 years, they laid me off. So then I'm working at in a grocery store now. So just trying to make ends meet. You know what I mean?
There you go. And how about you, Lancelot?
Yeah, like I said, I've been in the travel, the hospitality industry, I guess you could call it, for almost 30 years now. And currently I am a restaurant manager at a, I don't quite know how the best way to describe this place. It's a private members only establishment.
What?
It's a private members only establishment, shall we say. It's a private members only club that I work at.
Oh, I see. I get you. I know what you mean now. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
It's technically it's classed as a gentleman's club, but I hate saying that, and I hate telling people that because the first thing they think of is hookers and blow.
I noticed John scooting closer to the
you know what I mean?
John is scooting closer to the screen for some reason, and he keeps looking over his shoulder for some reason. She's behind you, John. She's behind you.
Private.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, very high. Shall I say high-profile clientele? A lot of household names in our country. A lot of people that sort of you would know, but I can't talk about it technically because I have a NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. So I can't talk about. I can't name or I can't drop names or anything like that. But it's a high-profile job, basically.
Is it anywhere by King's Cross?
Oh God, no!
This completes our under 18-year-old broadcast.
You would not recognise King's Cross today, John.
Oh, probably not.
Totally different place. It's cleaned up. Let's just say it's cleaned up and it's completely different.
I got a good story for you. I was going to tell you. We were there, like I said, way back late 70s, and they had
a rough place then.
Yeah, we were staying by where they were having the tennis, Wimbledon, or not Wimbledon.
Oh, yeah.
The Australian Open,
or
whatever it's called now. I don't even know what it's called now. Anyway, Ivan Lendl was playing and all those guys, and we just came back from a tour. We went to Melbourne and all around.
Excuse me.
See the sights, right?
Yeah.
And we were coming back. We had 2 days left to go, and we come around the corner, and we're on the big tour bus. And I'm the youngest guy on there by 40 years, right? Everybody else is like I am now. But there's cops and everything. Everything's going on, and we're going, what the heck's going on? So we get into our room. We're asking the people, and they said, some guy across the street in the bottom of in the hotel with all the shops, he had an Opal shop, and his name was John Hay. And he was a demolitions expert, and he was upset with all the people coming over and buying all the stores and stuff like that. And he had rigged the building to blow up. So I'm talking to my mom and going, I got to get on a plane tomorrow. My name's John Hay. What are they going to do when I show them the passport? And I still got the paper and all this stuff from the newspaper. It's in the garage somewhere. And I when I first saw you, I got to tell Lance about that.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's classic.
I don't know what ever happened. I never heard about what happened to him or nothing. So I don't know.
No idea, but that is brilliant.
But it was crazy.
I can imagine. Yeah, you'd be.
I get to the airport. I'm going.
That outcome.
I'm John Hay. What?
Hands up. Like to talk to you a moment, please.
Yeah. Step into this room over here. See you, Mom.
Oh yeah. That would have been
Lance,
fun,
I guess probably the most important question is how did the NSW Blues? How are they doing?
Hey, well, they won the last match. They beat the Queensland team, and the series is going to a decider next Wednesday night.
Oh wow! So not so bad. I feel so international to be able to say NSW Blues. I feel so international, like I'm a man about town.
You'll have to see one of their games one day, mate.
I don't even know if they're soccer or rugby.
Sorry?
Or football or rugby. I don't even know if they're rugby or football.
Rugby league, actually. There's difference. There's rugby union and rugby league. They're rugby league.
Okay, but it's not soccer. You guys don't. Do you guys play soccer over there?
Yeah, soccer's played here. Yeah.
Australian rules football.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is. Yeah. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's just a big excuse to wrestle half the time, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, that wraps it up. If anybody wants to stay on for the over 21, Lance is going to give us a full dissertation of his and a walkthrough of his work a little bit later. We're going to do a live stream You'll need to sign a disclaimer. Look at John.
Yeah, if I have to, you have
All right,
to.
guys.
No.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on the panel, sharing your interests, your questions and answers, and everybody
Yeah, no
who
worries,
won
mate.
today.
Always good to catch up.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah,
Nice meeting you,
congratulations
Lance.
to everybody.
Yeah, you too, John. Good to talk to you, mate.
Yeah, take care. Thanks again,
Yeah,
Tori.
you too, mate.
All
Have a
right,
good
guys.
one. All right.
Adios. Okay, guys, that wraps it up. Thank you again, Lance. Thank you again, John. You guys did a great job. Really do appreciate you joining me on the panel, and everybody who won. Please give Waikiki Trolley a week to get back to you. Okay, not this week because it's going to be very, very difficult for that to get done with the holidays, especially here in the in the U.S. But we'll give it next week. All those passes will be given out. The Amazon gift cards are coming out, and we'll get the catamarans to you on the quick, probably before Friday. And then please make sure, and I'll tell you something that I'm a little bit miffed about. I actually meant to say this. I know there's not very many of you on here now, but there's been a lot of you, or a number of you, who have won these trolley passes, have won the passes and things like that, and we don't hear much from you. I mean, there's several have done a great job, put videos and clips and talked about all the places you went to, and that's wonderful. But and I don't expect it of anybody. Once you win the pass, you do with it what you want. But I would like to see more of you share some of your experiences, some of the things you liked, didn't like, some of the photos and videos. That would be great. I would love to see that. I think some of the other members would too. All right, guys. So there's a lot more coming. We have decided that we are going to go against the 0.25% of the people who say they don't like these giveaways. They think they're cheesy, they're too shtick, and we're going to pour gas on them. We're going to absolutely push down on the gas pedal. And July is going to be a big month of really cool giveaways. And we're just going to ask you to help us grow our YouTube channel as a part of that. So if you're willing to do that, then we've got some really cool giveaways coming up. More to come on the Facebook page and Facebook group from Terry. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys